Hello and good morning. Hoping everybody is doing well today, and we will get started on our backs, lying long. And if you like, you can always roll your blanket up underneath your knees or keep your knees bent and feet standing. Allow your arms to rotate out, palms to the sky. And for the next few moments here, allow your body to settle into your mat as if the muscles can let go of their hold on the bones. The bones get to settle down into your mat. And allow this moment to be your blueprint of where you are starting your practice energetically, physically. Noticing where your bones make contact with the mat. Where do you feel spread out and relaxed? Noticing other areas that might be calling your attention. Knowing that throughout your practice, the body shifts and changes. And bringing the soles of your feet together, arms out into a T or a wide low V. And on your next breath in, the arms rise to the sky. Upper arms crisscross over the upper torso. And drawing your attention to your breath. And following the breath and the body's movements as they sink together, rising and falling. And with your next breath in, the arms rise to the sky, blossom open, and return back to the earth where you completely let go of any efforts. Next breath in, rising to the sky, opposite arm on top for your crisscross. Really allowing the arms to settle into the upper torso. Next breath in, arms rise to the sky, blossom open. Returning to the earth. And with the next breath in, the arms will rise to the sky and stay there, coming together in their steeple shape. The heel of the hands and the pads of the fingers connected for the moment. And with your next breath, slide the right hand up the inside of the left, feeling the right shoulder and allowing the head to roll to the left a little bit. And then as the shoulder comes back down, the hands glue back together temporarily, and then left. And keep it small because your legs are still in cobblers, so that adds a little bit of a constraint, more so than the knees bent and feet standing. And alternate. We'll do this just 2 or 3 times, matching your breath with the movement going up and the shoulder coming back down. Now I'm going to do the right and the left one more time. Trying to allow the inner thighs to relax open. And when your hands come back to being glued together again, gently peel them apart. Let the arms return to the earth. And then slowly walk the legs up to standing, out to the outer edges of your mat, and allowing the legs to fall into constructive rest. Rising back up to the sky, the arms crisscross up at one arm on top. With your next breath in, and taking the imaginary sweatshirt off over your face and spread your arms out like wings back to your resting T or low V. One last time, breath in as the arms rise. And continue crossing the arms, draping them over your torso. Next breath in, arms over your face and continue to spread from there out like wide wings. And coming back to your V or T. Walk your legs back up to standing and hugging the legs in towards your belly. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. And then arms and legs up to the sky. Circle the ankles, the wrists. Allow your shoulders to relax down. Back of your pelvis wide. And reverse direction. Bringing your feet back down to standing, legs mat width apart. And we'll take a few windshield wipers as slow as you like. Allow your head to either roll in the direction of the knees or opposite, or perhaps a little of both. Two more. And then roll to your favorite side. Use your hands, press into the floor, rising up. And if you like to sit on your bolster, your blankets, the floor, and making yourself comfy. Right leg in front. Just take a moment to feel the sits bones connecting with the earth and this lightness rising up and down along the spine. And we'll start with our torso circles over to the right and all the way around. Easy and smooth, traveling around the circumference of your sits bones. And the breath that's massaging around the ribs, the heart, the lungs filling and emptying. And then rising, the arms up to the sky and around to your right. Leaving your left arm where it is, just reaching across the body. You can let it rest on your leg, be lower. And that sense of opening at the heart, opening at the inside of the shoulder, so to speak, or the inner arm. And then rising up to the sky, a joyous reach upward, and hands meet at the top. And drawing the hand or the thumbs over the back of your head like you're watering the garden behind you. Rising up a little bit through the heart and the chest area. And then release and circle back. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do a little rock over to the right, lifting that right sits bones, lifting the left, rocking back and forth. A little vestibular fun activity for the brain. And 2, and 1. Lengthen through the legs. And if you're on your bolster, keep those knees slightly bent, rising up, coming in to the heart. And over onto all fours for cat and cow. And I'd like you to think about as we go into a moving cat and cow that you're leading with the heart. So as you rise up into cat and you come forward, as you shift back, feel the openness of the heart. And then as you rise back up to cat, think of it coming from the heart center first, and then the belly following. So the heart opens, and then you can think about the belly drawing back, heart rising into cat, coming forward. So we're thinking energetically and using our imagination and our felt sense that the movement is being initiated by the heart leading us. The next time you come back, go ahead and release into a relaxed child's pose. Elbows can rest down, arms could be by your ears or by your hips. And even in this cocoon position, see how much or how far down the body you can feel the breath moving. Rising back up, returning, and this time with your left leg crossed in front on your block, on the mat, on your bolster. Reconnecting with the sits bones, finding a little release through the legs, especially if you're up on a bolster or blanket. And then over to your left, coming forward and around. And here we have the sense of that heart leading again to the side, front, the ribs, the heart, the lungs. You can think about the organs slightly sloshing around, being massaged. One more time around. Then the arms will rise to the sky. And on the exhale, shoulders and ribs leading the way. Relaxing the shoulders and arms down. Leaving your right arm where it is. Reaching up and over. Just reaching across. And then rising up to the sky. That lift of the heart. Slight opening at the throat. And then gathering at the top. As the elbows bend, lengthening up the back of the upper arms. Again, that sense of watering the garden behind you. Release. Circle around. 3, 2, and here comes that rock and roll. We rock to one side. So this is very playful. Nothing that you need to control. Your hands have you. You get the tick tock from one side to the other. 2 more. And then finding center, lengthening the legs. Again, if you're up on a blanket or a block, be careful you don't hyperextend through those knees. Keep those knees slightly bent. Rising up and coming in to the heart. Onto all fours for around the world with cat and cow. Remember, you could always be up on your fist or down on your forearms. As you come into cow, you circle around to your right 3 times. And then 3 times the other way. And the next time you rise up into cat, go ahead and step forward and continue rising and returning in to your heart. So we're going to do what is called fist of fire. Let me give you a demonstration of that. It will be a full breath in and then a strong breath out. There is lightness going up and then you pull down. I'll show you one more time. So that's a forced breath out. Now lightness up. And notice that I'm not bending all the way over. I am still above my waist. So we will do that 3 times in a moment. I just wanted you to have that in advance. We will start by gathering up from the earth, pouring overhead, pressing the energy forward, and drawing it back and around, and then swooping that energy forward. And we'll pause, thumbs up. Open wide through the fingers and the palm of your hands, and then opening at the heart center. Coming low, interlace the hands, and then rising back up to the sky, palms open, releasing out. Gentle fist as you rotate the arms in and massage up along the right. And so staying connected, giving yourself, your side body a little massage and reaching out to the side. Gather from the earth, pour the energy over, press it forward, drawing back pliable energy forward and around you, rising and pausing. And open fingers, palms, heart, open, expressing out to the world. And now you get to come back in, bow the head, interlace the fingers, rise, and release. Gentle fist, rotating the arms inward, up the left. Reaching out to the world, to the right and the left, and return into mountain pose. 3 fists of fire. Breath in. And blossom open. And return to the heart. Chair pose. Rising back up to the sky. As you blossom open, let the sits bones lead you down into that bent forward fold, draping the belly or torso over the thighs. Low warrior. Stepping the right leg back, lowering that leg. Feel free to have your block at the ready to your left side and rising up. And check to make sure that your knee is over the center of the ankle, no further than center of foot. So if you have to move that foot forward, move the foot forward. And then left arm underneath, either eagle hug, eagle open, eagle cross. And with the breath in, the upper arms rise a little bit. On the exhale, bringing the upper arms toward the upper torso with a little bow of the head. And rising up, standing tall on that front leg. Little bow in towards self and toward the earth. One more time. Reaching the arms forward, rising up and relaxing the left. Your hand can be reaching toward the earth. You could be touching the earth. You could be on a block. And really finding that lateral reach over towards your left. You get to open up and lengthen along the psoas all the way down into the front of the thigh. And then rising up to the sky, releasing down and drawing the leg back, cat and cow. And if you like, we've been working with super short downward dog. So pressing up and back and keeping the legs really bent so that your hands are pressing down into the earth one way, sending your head away, your sits bones back and high, and belly toward the thighs. And from where you are, walk your way in toward the front of your mat. Keep rising until you return to your heart. Another breath. And rising back up to the sky and coming into a forward fold of your choice, whether the sits bones lead into a bent forward fold, creasing in the hip sockets, either way. And then bending through the legs, left leg back behind. Release down toward the earth. Have your block set up to your right. And rising. Right arm comes underneath. Again, either a hug, open eagle, crest eagle. And with a breath in, the arms rise. Exhales, the upper arms come in toward the upper torso, a little bow of the head and the shoulders. Again, staying above the waist. Rising. The last one coming in. Release down to the earth. Continue the rise. And then release the right arm. Again, either to your block, to the floor. And that lateral reach over. Just watch this leg doesn't fall out. I'm going to stay standing on that leg. Sense of the thigh lengthening toward the knee over the center of the ankle. And then circle down, coming back to cats and cows, sliding the leg under. Or super short downward dog. And in cat and cow, if that's where you are, think about that, the heart leading again. And in a super short downward dog, it's as if the heart is pressing toward the earth and the belly toward our thighs. And walk your way into the front of your mat, rising up and returning to your heart. Chair pose. And rising back up. If you are at the front of your mat, just take a step or two back. We're going to start by stepping the right leg forward as the arms rise up and then coming back other side, rising. One more on the left, one more on the right, And then staying there in that staggered stance. Breath coming in, reach around, draw back and down, opening through the heart, little opening at the throat. And then a release through the arms. Rise as you come back into chair pose with the arms long. And without changing the pelvis, the legs, or the knees, the right arm is going to reach across. And then upper body, open a little bit toward your left. Take your focus toward the left. And returning to your heart, lengthening along the body, rising to the sky in a forward fold of your choice, like bench forward fold, long legs. And when you arrive, bend through the legs, rising to the sky. And once again, returning to your heart. If you travel toward the front, step back a little bit. And we'll begin with our left leg walking forward. Walking, you change your mind, alternating. And this time the left will stay forward. Come into your staggered stance. And opposite thumb on top for your hand hold. Drawing the hands back and down, slightly away from the body, as if the heel of the hands were coming in toward each other. As you breathe open across the heart center, the shoulders, a little lift and opening at the throat. Release, stepping forward, chair pose. Left arm comes over toward the right. Take our focus that way. There's a little sense of opening right at the entrance to the armpit, upper rib, opening into the heart. Rising up, your forward fold, long legs, bent legs. And releasing through the legs, unfurl your way back up. High mountain pose. And let us gather the energy from the earth. Moving with your breath. We pause and interlace the fingers with a bow of the head, releasing, rotating the arms in up the right, reaching out to your neighbors, to the sides, and then gathering the energy. Have more awareness or mindfulness of the inflow and the outflow of your breath, softness through the joints. Once more, reaching out to your neighbors and coming in to mountain pose. 3 fists of fire. Lightness up, strength coming down. And circling back, lifting up through the heart. Feel the opening at the upper ribs and into the armpit. And chair pose. Rising back up, we are going to open up nice and wide. Move my block out of the way, nice and wide. Our six-pointed starfish. And pausing here, eyes open or closed, softness at the knees. Starting from the navel, there's a sense of energy radiating out up and down the spine. You could give it a color. Energy radiating from the navel up the torso, through the shoulders, the arms, the fingertips. And energy radiating down the pelvis, through the legs, through the feet and toes. And coming into goddess pose, our legs wrapping around and under, elbows slightly bent, palms open to the sky, receiving droplets of wisdom into the center of your palm. One arm high, one low, goddess side angle bends. Check in around the neck, ease. Watch the legs don't fall in. You feel the outer and inner edges of your feet. And then rising up, releasing the other side. And that connection of energy from the sky through the body to the earth. Rising, scooping back up, blossom open. Try to maintain that external rotation through the legs so that doesn't happen. And we'll draw the right upper back shoulder blade in as we look over to our left. And then coming back through center. And then the left shoulder blade. So again, we're staying up pretty high. And back through center, rising up. The legs return parallel. Warrior two, rotating the right leg out. Easy gaze beyond. You feel yourself lengthening and anchoring down through the back leg, lengthening the right thigh. Again, knee over center of ankle. And coming into prayer hands and taking our focus to look back. An awareness of the space around you, above you, below you. Rising to the sky and blossom open and back into reverse warrior. Rotate your right hand palm to the sky as you bring the left hand back up. You clasp, and then the left elbow draws you back to over and down. And return, warrior two. And coming back through center and over to your second side, warrior two. Again, that sense of anchoring and lengthening and anchoring down the back leg. Invisible energy lines across the upper inner thighs. And coming into your heart and looking into the back space. Rising to the sky, blossom open and back into reverse warrior. Even though you still have this sense of energy going forward, you're also opening into the back space. And your bottom arm comes up, flip the top palm over, clasp the hands, and the right elbow is being weighted down. Again, a little opening at the heart, opening at the left armpit and down to the upper ribs, all the way down to the bottom ribs. Warrior two. Mm, Coming back to center, hands at heart. Walk those legs in a little bit. Rotate back out, rising up. Ah, releasing into goddess pose. You like close your eyes here for a moment. And just the arms rise, and once more, release through the right. Lengthen. And keeping the lower half where it is. We're going to tick tock over to the other side. And then rising up, walking the legs back in. Go ahead and move those hips back into mountain pose. Rising up to the sky. And bringing the arms right out in front. Step forward with the right leg. And open. And find your rhythm here. Opening through the heart, drawing into the spine, and then all that reverses. Hands come forward. You're spreading across the shoulder blades and the space between. Two more. Rising up to the skies, you come standing back in. Very slowly, let the arms come down. Taking your time as the blood flows back down into the arms and into the heart. Rising to the sky, forward fold of your choice. Again, legs can be bent, sits bones leading. Either way, you'll be creasing in those hip sockets and then rising back up to the sky into the heart. Step the left leg forward back to our staggered stance. And as the arms open, we're going to bow the head. And on the exhale, we're going to rise up, on a high diagonal. So you don't have to drop your head back. I'm just looking up on that high diagonal somewhere in front of you. One more like this. Keep the arms where they are, bow the head, and open and have that high reach again, that high look. Moving with the breath. Two more times to open. One more. And then stepping back in, high mountain pose. And into your last forward fold of choice. Legs long or bent. And then release all the way down. Coming onto your back. And hugging the legs into your belly. Let the weight of the legs fall into the belly. Deep breaths moving along, shoulders, shoulder blades. Taking your arms out to the side and your legs over to your right. Feel free to adjust this any way you like. With the left shoulder opening and falling down toward the floor, palms open to the sky, softening wherever you can, no effort needed. And then bending the arms as you hug the legs back in, and then legs over to the left. Again, any variation, anything that's more suitable for your body at this moment. Learning how to let go easily, quickly, and softening the arms as you come onto your back. And with an exhale, really feel the back of your pelvis as if it's spreading out into your mat. And taking the arms and legs up to the sky, shake them out. Shake, 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 shake. Encouraging the blood to come down, nourish along the lymph node channels into the hip and pelvic region, abdominal area, chest, shoulders, neck, and throat. And then an easy release, a gentle drop, and sliding your legs out, coming into your place of rest, allowing for the arms to rotate out, palms more open to the sky, relaxing down through the legs. A quote from the Anamkara, a book of Celtic wisdom by one of my favorites, John O'Donohue. Your soul knows the geography of your destiny. Your soul alone has the map of your future. Therefore, you can trust this indirect, oblique side of yourself. If you do, it will take you where you need to go. But more important, it will teach you a kindness of rhythm in your journey. Bend your knees to stand your feet and rolling on to your favorite side. From there, guiding yourself up into any comfortable seated position. You like to return onto your bolster or blanket, palms to the sky or down toward the earth. And reaching your hands down to the earth, rise to the sky, return home to your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. And thank you, one and all, for sharing in practice today. I will see you soon. Bye.